All right, hello and welcome. Today I'm going to do a little makeup tutorial with the Too Faced Born This Way new Nudes palette, or the Natural Nudes palette. It is so beautiful, it's ridiculous. Every single color on this is completely wearable. There are no like weird bright colors that you may wear once and then regret. Every single color is absolutely gorgeous. And yesterday I did a podcast episode and I was running late and I was like, I should probably slap on some makeup, but I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And out of that like creative freedom, I created an eye look with this palette that I'm gonna try and recreate today because I just thought it was so pretty and easy and wearable and would transition easily from day to night. So all of the things, and I'm without further ado just gonna dive in. I already did my foundation. I did a little bit of contour. I did some bronzer, I did some blush, a little highlight, and I have on lipstick, and I did my eyebrows. I didn't want this tutorial to be like 45 minutes long. And so I wanted to get those things done before doing the eye makeup. But to begin, I already put some Lawless setting powder on my eyelids to make sure that I have a very blank canvas, but also a dry and non-oily canvas for the eyeshadow to come in and set. Let's see here. I am going to start with the shade Petal right here. It's this really soft peachy pink color. And I'm gonna put that in the crease of my eye and just work it in. I feel like with my skin tone and my green eyes, this palette is just so flattering. I almost feel like I wanna buy like 3 of them to make sure that they don't discontinue, because every single color on here is just so freaking pretty. Okay, next, to deepen this look and give it a little bit more dimension, I'm gonna go in with Warm Rose right here, which is just slightly darker than Petal. With a fluffy brush like this. Oh, without a hair on it. And I love building color. And I think, you know, I watched Bobbi Brown's makeup class recently, her master class. And I feel like professional makeup artists, that's really what they do, is they build color and dimension just one step at a time. And it creates a makeup look that looks, you know, melted in and worn in and just beautiful. Also, I want to encourage you to, if you feel like something is not blending out well with a brush, just use your fingers. Your fingers are the most amazing beauty blender ever. Of course, make sure that they are clean, but I use my fingers all the time to blend. Okay, next, I am going to go in, and I didn't do this yesterday, but I'm going to try it now. I'm gonna go in to the area right here and put a really light shadow because I'm going to put some glitter on top of that area just to add a little bit more dimension. And I'm gonna take my finger for this because I do want it to be significantly lighter, and sometimes when you use a brush, that powder is just distributed too finely. And it won't show up as starkly. So do you see that? Okay. Now the other eye. Another cool feature about this look that I'm doing is there's no eyeliner. So if you're a person who shies away from using eyeliner or you don't feel confident in your eyeliner skills, this is definitely a look for you because it's so easy. Now I'm going to go back with that brush that I used warm rose on and just make sure everything is blended. Now, the super fun part is choosing which glitter to use. And I think I'm going to go for the rose gold. I'm just really feeling these rosy tones. Can you see that up close? It's just so pretty. I have not in my life, and I'm going to use my finger again because it'll be more pigmented than using a brush where it would be distributed further. I have not used a lot of like pink mauve tones on my eyes. I just have kind of stuck to greens, plums, browns, a little bit of orange here and there, but I never really considered using like these rosy tones. And I'm so glad my friend Laura told me to get this palette because these tones are just so flattering and so pretty. It's wild. Okay, so do you see the difference that makes? Then I'm going to go back with this same brush that I used warm rose on. Get a little bit more on here and make sure that that's all blended. Oh my gosh. Seriously, this palette is unbelievable. Okay, next, I am going to use this really fluffy brush right here and take some of this very light color, it's called Swan, and put it right under my brow. Just because throughout the day, if I get oily, sometimes my mascara will run there if I have bare skin. And also it just kind of finishes out and rounds out the look. It's very subtle. You can barely even tell it's there. Okay. Now, under on my lower lash line, I am going to put some shadow, and I'm going to use a brush like this. It's there we go. Like this. It's a little bit rounded, it's short, it's easy to maneuver, and I want to do this dark Born This Way color because I want my eyes to have a lot of definition right now. And this is the color Truffle. Of course it is. Okay. And I know that this looks dark, but we're gonna blend it all out. So just trust me for a second. And again, if you do not like eyeliner, this is such a great way to define your eyes without having to be precise, because we're just gonna blend all of this out. Now, next step, and normally I do foundation after I do eyeshadow, just in case there's a little fallout. But again, I didn't want this tutorial to be 45 minutes long. We're gonna take the same color, Truffle, and use it with a brush like this that's tapered. And I'm going to do that on my upper lash line. And this is going to look real funky at first, but I promise you it's going to work out. Just trust me. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Now I'm gonna take this brush and blend out along my lower lash line so that it looks like it's been there a while. See the difference? This is like a stark hard line. This is blended out and buffed. I'm gonna do the same over here. Okay. Then I'm gonna clean that off and come back with a little bit of this warm rose and build a little dimension under here. Gets that smoky eye look effect. Okay, and if we want to get real fancy, well, I'll do that in a second. Okay, now this is the part where, again, if you don't like eyeliner, I really like this technique. We're gonna take this hard line that I have up on my top lash line and buff it out and smoke it out, just like this. It's so easy. It's so soft. And if you wanna get a little bit more, which I do, because I want it to look kind of smoky, just add accordingly. Between this eye and this eye, that is the difference that blending makes. Such a huge difference. I don't like hard lines in makeup unless I'm doing like a cat eye, which I just ordered the Bobbi Brown gel eyeliner, which I know it's not clean beauty, but I couldn't find a gel eyeliner that was clean. So I'm gonna roll with it for now. And by the way, this Too Faced palette is not completely clean, but they are mindful of their ingredients and it is cruelty free. Of course, that's a must for me. I do not want to participate in any kind of animal testing or animal cruelty. Love this so much. I'm just gonna blend a little bit more up here. I want it to be such a soft transition. Okay, and now as a finishing touch for the eyeshadow, I am going to come in, and I know this is gonna be so subtle, but just trust me, with Cocoa, which is this really soft brown color right here, and put it just, I'm taking that same brush after I cleaned it off. And I'm gonna put it right along the outer corner. And then I'm gonna blend. Oh, it's such a gorgeous color, this Cocoa. This might be my favorite palette ever. For my skin tone, which is like, oh, sorry. Now I'm taking this end of this brush, it has two, and I'm just gonna blend that. Make sure that it all looks melted. Oh, but what I was saying was my skin tone is like pretty neutral, with a little bit of like golden undertones. So warm colors generally work best on me. Cool colors make me look a little washed out and vampire-like. And this palette is just all warmth and gorgeousness. Okay, that is the eyeshadow look. Now I'm ready for mascara. I'm gonna take this torture device. This is the Tweezerman eyelash curler. You know, that eyeshadow palette, really, I don't have a lot of fallout for how much eyeshadow I put on either. Next, I'm going to be using Honest Mascara. I love this mascara. It's got the primer and the mascara in one. I highly recommend. You know, I've tried so many different mascaras and I just keep coming back to this one because I like it so much. After you put this primer on, you want to let it dry for like 30 seconds on each eye. And then put your mascara on. Don't go right into putting your mascara on right after the primer. You gotta let it dry for a sec. All right, mascara time. And this is why I like Honest Mascara so much. I feel like it just goes on so well with one coat. I use like one dip per eye. And what a difference a little mascara makes, huh? Okay, now the t'other. And that, my friends, is the finished eye look. I don't know how to do these like YouTube influencer like. But hopefully you can see it and it's clear. But I just feel like it's so flattering. I feel like it's so flattering and pretty. Okay, well, I hope you're having an awesome day. If you have questions, drop them in the comments section. I'm happy to help you. If you have other specific questions, like my cousin asked me recently, like, how do I look for a foundation? She's asked me about skincare and prepping the skin, etc. Ask me those questions and I'll make videos on them. But until next time, thanks for watching and I hope you have an awesome day. I wish you light and love and peace. And if you haven't, subscribe, give me a like, and check out my podcast, Self Discovery, which is streaming everywhere. You're awesome. Thank you.